From darkness to light with Discover Islam. I sneaked in to Muslim religion class. I am called Mathias, and I am 24, and I am from Uganda. I was born and raised in a strict Catholic family, and I was sent to Catholic schools to receive religious instructions. The intention was to make me a Catholic priest. As I reached high school, my family fell into tough times, and they decided to move me to a normal public school. There was a mix of Christian and Muslim children in the classes, and this was the first time I had encountered Muslims. One of the classes we took at this school was Moral and Religious Sciences, and we were divided according to our faith. I was naturally put into the Christian class, but the Muslim class was not too far away within the same hall. I don't know why, but I found the Muslim class more interesting, and I could often hear the discussions between the Muslim teacher and his students. The more I heard, the more curious I grew. One day, the Muslim teacher threw out a question for his students. I instinctively jumped up and answered his question, even though I was sitting in the Christian class. My Christian teacher saw this and took me out of the class and punished me, while the Muslim teacher sadly looked on. He couldn't interfere and couldn't stop the punishment. My Muslim classmates hatched a plan where they would sneak me into the Muslim class and would cover me from all sides so that no one would notice me sitting in there. My Muslim teacher did notice, but he always pretended not to see, with a wry smile on his face. These classes drew me closer to Islam and Muslims. After I graduated, I was pushed by my family to look for a job in the Arab world, and they were delighted when I got an offer from Bahrain. I moved to Bahrain in 2015, and I experienced culture shock. Men and women dressed differently, with modest, long dresses. I didn't understand this, but I found this so pleasing. I met a person from my village in Bahrain, and his name was Umar. He and I became close friends and roommates, and he taught me a lot about Islam. I fasted the month of Ramadan with him, and he explained why Muslims dressed so modestly in the Arab world. He volunteered with Discover Islam very often and invited me to join him in the activities. I fell in love with the compassion, kindness, and God consciousness I saw. I wanted to become Muslim. I told Umar this, and he cried tears of joy. He said we could do the conversion immediately. Here, right now, I asked him. We were standing in a park where there was a festival going on, and Discover Islam had taken up a stall there. I was under the impression that there would be a baptism ceremony, and I wasn't keen on being wet in front of so many people. He smiled and said there was no baptism in Islam. To become a Muslim, one just had to declare one's faith with the heart and tongue. I did that in Arabic and in English, but it felt like I was baptized, as if the cool water was trickling down from my head onto my body under my skin. I knew my Creator had accepted my declaration. I am still studying Islam and have been enjoying the practice of it. I still work as a volunteer with Discover Islam. From darkness to light with Discover Islam.